and gentlemen, everyone watching around the world, welcome to the iconic York Hall here in East London. I am Andy Shepherd. I'm very pleased to be joined by broadcaster, journalist, and so I hear a man about town, Mr. Gareth A. Davies. And look, Gareth, you can clap. We can clap.
My mum's in. Yeah, my mum's in. Thanks, mum. Thanks.
You've got a lot of mums apparently here, Gareth. Look, you've been a part of so many big fight weeks, and look, you know, this event is just over a week away now, Sunday the 13th, the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. How does this feel to you as the proceedings really get underway tonight?
Well, whenever you've got Floyd Mayweather on a card, I mean, I've been covering boxing for 3 decades.
No, you've not. Since you were 2.
No, since I was about 30, yeah. Covering Floyd for 20 years as well, and been to Las Vegas many times, all his big fights. Floyd Mayweather is a very special character. And I know that a lot of the fans are watching because of Deji and his subscribers, and a lot of the influencers and the mainstreamers they are coming on. But Floyd is a very special boxer in the history of the sport. He's the greatest boxer I've ever seen live. There's something special about him. Every time he boxes, it's a masterclass. I know he beat Conor McGregor in his 50th fight. And it was, you know, it was a staged event against a mixed martial artist, and Floyd carried the promotion brilliantly, and that is what I believe. But he is a special character because of what he's achieved, what he represents for so many people, where he's from, the dynasty that he's developed, and the fact that he's still, for me, it's a bit like, most people admire Ronaldo as a footballer. And if you were influential enough to be able to go one-on-one with Ronaldo and have it filmed and have your moment with him and tackle him, stop him, take the ball off him, score a goal at the other end. That's what it's like. I've just spoken to Deji up in his dressing room, and he says it's surreal. This is an amazing moment. I spoke to Logan Paul recently, and he said, I still pinch myself to think I did 8 rounds of Floyd Mayweather. And there's a reason for this. It's not going one-on-one in a basketball court. It's not driving 2 cars against each other. It's a fight. And at the end of the day, having covered it for so long, and mixed martial arts, I do believe that fight sports is the toughest sport on earth. And boxing is one discipline, and he's going in, Deji, with a master professor in the sport.
You talked about Logan Paul there, Jake Paul, and of course the likes of Deji. I think you summarise it as influencer boxing, for lack of a better term. For someone who's worked in the industry for so long, what do you make of these celebrities, shall we say, entering combat sports and bringing new eyes to it?
I think it's fantastic. Went to the recent Misfit show where obviously KSI was fighting Swarms. There were so many young people there who have millions and millions of followers. The way they carry themselves is fascinating. They are the mainstream. We're only a couple of years away from them being the mainstream if they're not already. So how brilliant that all these young people who have so much influence on so many other people have chosen a sport where they get fit, learn about respect, get put on their arse at times, where they're lippy or mouthy, get put on their arse. Someone in fight sports will always put you on your backside. So it's learning about those things, learning about discipline and respect and all those things. So glad they haven't gone to tiddlywinks, you know, or darts, or Formula One. They might eventually, but it's brilliant that they've come to boxing. And any of the purists that don't like it, I say just accept it. It's about change. In the history of boxing, just to not bore you, in the past, Muhammad Ali, a name most of you will know, if not all of you, he fought a Japanese wrestler, Antonio Inoki, who died recently. Way back in the past, Jack Johnson, the first African-American black heavyweight champion in the world, came to Europe on a tour and fought an intellectual who'd had 1 boxing match in his life in a bull ring in Spain. All this kind of thing has always gone on. Because when you shout fight, 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 as they will in Dubai next week, everybody will flock to the arena.
Yeah, and as you say, Gav, it's not tiddlywinks, it's not darts. Regardless of what level you're doing this at, it takes a lot of guts to step inside of boxing at whatever level. But let's talk about Deji for a second. The experience, the talent is, let's be completely honest, is swayed apart. What would a win look like for Deji? Not a win in terms of beating Floyd, but what coming out of the 13th? What can Deji hope? What can he hope for? Is it landing on Floyd? Is it surviving the 8 rounds? What do you think Deji needs to sort of aim for?
Well, I think he needs to do what Logan Paul did. And that clip of Logan Paul, I don't want to say, Floyd's just down in the dressing room right there, and I hope he doesn't hear me. battering him across the ring. Logan had his moment, and it's gone viral in that fight. And I think he had 50 pounds on Floyd Mayweather anyway. He was about 3.5 stone heavier. Deji's got to go in there. I wouldn't hurt Mayweather too much, because it's going to be too easy for him to hurt you back. But show your skills to the guy. Have respect for the shapes that there are in boxing. I've seen him, he's in fantastic shape. He wants to show his skills. He says it's a bit surreal, but he's going in with a legend and he's having his moment.
He is indeed. And look, Gareth, thank you for your time. Always good to good to have you up here. We're going to hear more from Gareth. He's got interviews coming your way. Yep, give it up for Mr. Gareth A. Davies. And now, my friends, we're just moments away from welcoming Floyd and Deji up here. But first, I want to welcome up a few other people involved in this event. Take my seat first and foremost. There we go. I'm going to be there. Yeah, I'm going to be there on the 13th. Please, first of all, welcome the CEO and co-founder of Global Titans, Mr. Uday Singh. And the event partner of Global Titans and CEO of Front Row Entertainment, Mr. Keen Anis. Now let's get down to some of the competitors you will see inside the ring. November 13th at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, live on DAZN, a pay-per-view. First up, we have Mr. Harley Ben. 9-1 as a professional. Who'll be taking on a 14-0 undefeated competitor on the night. Next up, we have perhaps one of the mouthiest competitors you're ever likely to meet. A competitor who's transitioned from fighting in MMA for the likes of Bama and Bellator to appearing on some of the biggest influencer cards in the world. Let's bring up Mr. Pretty Boy, Anthony Taylor. Always bashful. It's not the photo shoot yet, Anthony. It's okay. It's okay. That's going to come. His moment will come. No worries. Next up, his opponent on November 13th. Previously, seen more as a lover than a fighter. The former winner of Love Island. A man making his professional debut in Dubai. Jack Fincham. Next up, a competitor I am sure you're all as equally aware of, an athlete from one of the most renowned fighting families in the world, a boxer turned reality star, turned boxer with an undefeated record of 8-0. It's Tommy Fury. Gentlemen, welcome. We are heading fast towards fight week, 1 week from this Sunday. Look, Harley, let me start with you up there. This is the biggest event of your career. How does it feel to be a part of let's be honest, a Floyd Mayweather card?
Do you know what? It's surreal. I grew up watching him. When I got the call to fight on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather, I was like a 6-year-old girl. How excited I was, serious. Yeah. But what an amazing show to be on. I've never been to Dubai before either, so I can't wait to...
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it.
Get out there, impress a new audience, and we'll go again.
And Harley, the Dubai Boxing Board have asked for mandatory drug tests at this event. What are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
The Dubai Boxing Board have asked for mandatory drug tests at this event. What's your take on that?
It's to be expected, probably, isn't it? But that's absolutely fine with me. I've never touched or even looked at a performance-enhancing drug in my life, so it'll be good.
And how much are you relishing this opportunity? Of course, we talk about the profile of this event, how big it is. How important is it for you on November 13th to show the world and make a statement about who you are?
It's massive. I've taken a fight with a 14-0 fighter with nearly a 50% knockout ratio. I don't duck fighters like certain other people that might be sat up here. But at the same time, we're going to go and get the job done in February. On the 13th, sorry. and we're going to smash it.
You talk about fighters ducking fights. Do you want to elaborate on maybe that?
I mean, the first phone call I got was to actually fight Tommy. But then, for some reason, it didn't really come off. I'm not too sure why. The next day I got a phone call and said, no, it's not wanted apparently.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to ask Tommy about that in just a moment. But Harley, looking forward to seeing you in Dubai, November 13th. Now, Pretty Boy, where are we? There we go. Your last fought last month, great performance. A lot of people's eyes were open to your skills inside a boxing ring. How much are you relishing this opportunity to welcome, well, this huge star in Jack Fincham to the professional ranks?
I'm back. I'm used to the spotlight. All eyes on me, baby, like Tupac. This is what I do. This is, you know, a lot of people thought I was the same fighter when I fought Tommy Fury the first time. I'm not the same fighter. I'm a new and improved. I'm the pretty boy, baby. I'm the new and improved pretty boy. I'm coming here with the peekaboo style, that Mike Tyson style. I got a whole new everything. I look good, I smell good, and I dress good. That's all y'all need to know, ladies. For real. What's up? Where the ladies at? Clap it up. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, y'all look good tonight.
Well, Anthony, I got to say that your opponent, he also looks pretty good. I walked past you earlier, smelled pretty good. Jack,
I know that. I'll make an effort at that, I'm telling you.
but also, what a lot of people might not realise is actually you've got quite the record within amateur boxing.
Yeah.
18 wins out of 26 fights.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from the challenge of Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor?
I mean, look, first of all, I'm grateful to be here. I remember fighting here at like 15, 16 years of age in the ABA, in the London ABA final. So to be here at a Floyd Mayweather press conference is like a pinch yourself moment. But I think I can adapt to anything. And I'll be honest with you, I would never have took a fight. I could have took so many more easier fights. And I've said this, right? I've said this. But I wouldn't have took the fight if I didn't think I had the capability to win.
And do you consider this a tough fight? Again, you know, your skills have been developing, Anthony. Do you think you're going to be a tough fight for him?
I mean, me personally, I feel like every time I'm fighting, they're getting taller and taller. From Tommy to now Jack, everybody getting taller than me. I want to at least fight somebody my height. But look, this is what happens when you come in there and you want to box. You want to be a fighter, this is what it is, what you have to do. You know, Jack is a good dude, good fighter, obviously. I'm not looking past Jack. I'm expecting a war, a.k.a. a knockout in the first round. But
That's a brave statement, man.
I mean,
It's never happened so far.
I mean, man, I haven't seen nobody crack my peekaboo style yet. You know, and I'm coming with the heat. You know what I'm saying? That fire, baby.
Anthony, you've been on big cards. You've called out big names. Do you think if you can beat someone like Jack Fincham 1 week from Sunday, that's going to open up the possibility of these big name fights that you want?
Of course, there's a lot of big name fights that I want, a.k.a. Tommy Fury rematch. Floyd, Pacquiao, Ricky Hatton, KSI, Kenny, Salt Poppy, whoever won it, bro. I'm just a fighter. I like to fight. Don't forget, I'm not a boxer, I'm an MMA fighter. So bare knuckle, MMA, kickboxing, we can do it all. This is what I do for a living. I'm like Apollo Creed, baby. This is what I do in America, man. This is what I do. I fight. Don't matter who it is.
And Jack, I suppose this might be your first time really interacting with Anthony. You're going to be stepping into a boxing room in just 1 week from Sunday. What do you make of him now you've kind of met him?
He's got a mouth on him, hasn't he? He's got a mouth on him, but listen, it is what it is, man. It's my first time on this sort of stage. I expect it to be like that. But look, we're here, at the end of the day, I'm here to fight. And this is a massive stage and a big opportunity to show my skills off. Because I think a lot of people think that this is my first rodeo and I've just laced up a pair of gloves and thought I was just going to get in the ring. But it ain't the case. And I want to show, and I will prove that next Sunday.
And did you actually fought in here at your
I've
court?
boxed in here about 3 times. Yeah.
We talk about the size of the event. It's going to be massive. Of course, Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, live on pay-per-view. It's a Floyd Mayweather card. It's going to be massive. How do you think you're going to deal with the bright lights, with the pressure of stepping into a fight in that kind of atmosphere?
I'll be honest, that's the only other aspect that I'm trying to get used to. But But yeah, I think I work well under pressure. I've done some mad things over my career over the last few years. So this is minor, and the fighting bit for me is the easy bit. The training and all this sort of stuff is the harder bit for me. The fighting, that's the easy bit. So yeah. I mean, yeah, I fought in this actual hall. So, yeah.
Hey, time out. I fought in this hall 2 years ago against Mike Hales in the MMA camp.
No, I fought here first.
It's not a game of one-upsmanship here particularly, but look, Anthony, you hear about the experience that Jack's got. We talk about you being an MMA fighter by trade. Do you think that's going to be the advantage you get on the night?
Hell no. It's like saying you're playing NBA. It's like saying you're going from college to NBA. Totally two different jump now. You're talking about the flamboyant one, the pretty one, a.k.a. Casanova out over here. It's a big jump.
Even you're prettier than me.
I mean, look at me. I look good. Like y'all know I look good.
Come on.
Come on. I mean, you do got them chompers on you, but you know, it's all natural, baby. We ain't gotta go to Turkey over here, baby. You know, we ain't gotta go to Turkey. But what I'm saying is, there's a jump when you're talking about amateurs to pros. This is a pro match.
It's a different sport, and I understand that.
Right.
Trust me.
And I'm not taking nothing away from you. I'm expecting a war, like I told Tommy. I'm expecting a war. I'm not looking down on you. I'm not looking past you. I haven't spoken nobody's name in social media besides yours, because I respect you as a fighter.
Yeah, cool.
Well, that's going to be an enthralling fight November 13th. Now let's move on to Tommy. I see Big John has joined you as well up here. Look, Tommy, it's been several months since we saw you in a boxing ring. Your last fight was in April. Several cancelled fights. You know, we all know about those. How does it feel to finally be getting back in the ring?
Yeah, first off, I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. Lovely to see you all. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in the ring. Back in April at Wembley, but I'm just, you know, I've said it from day one. I'm a true fighting man, and I've got aspirations of winning world titles. You know, my ambitions here isn't to fight, you know, influencers and get money here, get money there. Forget all that. I've stated the two names that I'll fight from that circuit, and I'm leaving it at that. But make no mistake, I'm a professional fighting man. This is fight number 9, and I'm gradually going up and up in my career. I've got my own aspirations, and like I said, I've done the work, I've done the graft for the big man himself, Tyson in camp. We've pushed each other to the limit, and you know, I'm not really interested in all the shit that people's got to talk up here. I've got a job to do on November the 13th. I'm doing a demolition job, and people's going to see what I'm all about. Just like they doubted Tyson at the start of his career. He's fat, slow, can't punch, gets put over. Keep talking all the shit you want about me, and I'll show you, because there's different stuff inside of us, and everyone's going to see it.
You talk about your aspirations, you've got world title aspirations. So with that in mind, how important for you is it to make a statement November 13th and show everyone what Tommy Fury is really about?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, I've trained very hard for this, and I'm looking to go out there in Dubai and put on an excellent show for everyone watching all around the world. And you know, I am a true contender in this light heavyweight division, and you're going to see that come November 13th. You know, I've sparred great guys on the run up to this, and come November 13th, you know, it's just a regular routine. We're getting out, fight number 9, another win.
And Paul Bamber, your opponent, he's got a great story. Former Marine, was homeless at 25. He's boxing as a way to basically feed himself. You know, he's a tough guy inside himself. What do you know about him as a boxer, as a fighter?
I don't know too much about him. I don't want to know anything either. I know what I've done. I know I've done the graft. I know
Hey, Andy,
it's going to be.
let's be honest. I don't mean to cut you off, but Paul should be fighting my guy Jack. I should be fighting Tommy Fury in a rematch. Come on, bro. You know that's not a match, bro. You fighting Bamba? We got unfinished business. You should have finished what you started. You should have finished what
Honestly,
you started.
buddy.
You finished what you started.
Shouldn't you be on a stripper pole somewhere? I've got some ones in my pocket to chuck at you.
You pulled out twice.
Don't shut up, mate.
How are you a father and you pulled out twice? You shouldn't be having a fight, Jake, now. You should be fighting me. We the main event. We be the real main event. Hey, knock me out, baby. I'm an MMA fighter. We going live with this. We live, baby.
Who was
Let's
to
go.
see Big John
Let's
versus
go.
Anthony Taylor? I mean, that's...
Be quiet, because I'll knock you the fuck out. I'll knock you the fuck out.
Let's go.
Fury 2.
Shut up. Let other people speak.
Ow! The killer, the pretty boy. I'm the real pretty boy. We already know. I'm the one carrying the show. Look at me. I look good. I smell good. I'm the real pretty boy here. I should be fighting the main event. Stop playing with me.
Well, it looks like we might have a fight for our next Global Titans card.
Hey, I came to America by my goddamn self. I don't need security. I can do it all by myself.
Well, this is a fight that maybe one day we could see. But November 13th, Andy Taylor will be facing off against Jack Fincham and Big John. Unfortunately, you haven't got a fight, mate, but we can try and sort you one out. Oh, hang on. I've just been told, Paul Bamba, whose flight was delayed, has just entered the building. So, Tommy, it might be the first time you got to meet your opponent. Well, he's not quite here. He's getting through luggage claim, I think. But yeah, so Tommy, with this fight, we know your aspirations. You're going to have a dominant fight November 13th.
Most definitely, like I said, I'm here to do a job. All this pure shit these guys talk. Give me a headache, to tell you the truth. I've come out the gym for this bollocks. Please, honestly, let me get my fight done November 13th and get on the first flight home. Because honestly, please look. I've got a man up there begging for 5,000 views on the internet. I'm just here. Listen, I'm a fighting man. I've done my job. I've earned my graft. And let me get in the ring because I'm a fighting man. I've told you that. I'm not interested in all this bullshit that people keep saying. I've heard it for 2 years now with this Jake Paul this and Jake Paul that. If we're not in the ring, I don't give a shit. Think about my life. Every single day of my life, when you're fighting Jake, when you're doing this, I'm not interested. I'll fight him right now, no problem. Because there's no one on this stage or anybody in the country is built like us. Because when you sign to fight us, you're going to have to kill us. I know it's early on in my career, but you're going to see the same characteristics in Tyson that you see in me. Because you're going to have to knock us dead to the floor for us not to get up. And people can laugh, take that whatever way they want. But if you've got a last name Fury, you're in for a fight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And Tommy, you talked about the likes of KSI and Jake having to almost go through you if they want to prove themselves as real boxers. Would you relish, we know what the history of Jake, someone like KSI, would you relish the opportunity to step in against him?
Listen, at the end of the day, the reason why I said that is because, Floyd said it the best, and I cannot disagree with him. As long as these guys keep fighting 50-year-old men, retired MMA fighters, NBA stars, wrestlers, whatever you want to call it, they're going to look like boxers. They're going to look like they've got a chance against boxers. But if you put them in against a man who's had one fight, they'll get found out because there's a big difference from a man who's done MMA. Addison Silva, I take no credit away from him. The man's 50 years old. I probably won't even be in shape at 50. So credit to the man there, but he ain't a boxer. So the man can't carry on saying, oh, I'm a gifted boxer, I've trained my heart out. Come and fight a boxer. I'm not begging for no Jake Paul fight. I've got my own path to follow. But if they want to call themselves a boxer, come and fight me.
What about your opponent?
Please shut up, mate, because you are a wanker first class.
Look, Tommy, you've had an uphill battle in your boxing career, obviously, with the reality TV. You've had that on you. You're trying to prove yourself as a boxer. Someone who is as tough as Paul Bamba, do you think a definitive win over him will finally shut up any doubters?
What's that, mate?
A win over someone. I know Mr. Taylor's very loud, isn't he?
Let's just ignore him looking for 2,000 views. Forget about it.
Hey, he can't ignore me. We are attached like twins, Tommy. We are twins.
There's a lot of, obviously coming from a reality
Everywhere
background.
you go, I go, champ.
You've had an uphill battle to prove yourself to the boxing community at large. Do you think a win over someone as tough as Paul Bamba, a definitive win at that, would be enough to prove any doubters that you are the real deal?
I could fight, anybody in my next fight. No matter what I do, there's always going to be doubters. No matter if I fought for a world title next and won, there'd still be doubters. So I'm not really interested in what anybody's got to say about me. As long as my missus and my family and Jesus Christ knows I'm doing well, that's all I'm bothered about. As long as I'm showing improvement fight by fight, that's all I'm bothered about because guess what? No matter what you do, there's always going to be doubters and you cannot please everyone.
All right, well, hopefully you'll please a lot of your fans come November 13th in Dubai at the Coca-Cola Arena. Okay, so these are some of the competitors who will be on the undercard that evening. I think it's time now to welcome in the two men who will be the top of Global Titans event. So, let's welcome to the stage now one of the world's leading influencers, 10.7 million YouTube subscribers, and millions more on other social media. He's a 1-0 undefeated professional boxer. Please welcome Deji Olatunji. And next, let's please welcome a competitor widely regarded as the best to ever step between the ropes. Undefeated in 50 professional bouts, a multiple world champion at multiple weights, an entrepreneur, an entertainer. Let's welcome the icon that is Floyd Money Mayweather. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. And we are just over a week away now from what's going to be a huge night in Dubai at Global Titans. And Deji, let me start with you. We had a press conference in Vegas about 3 weeks ago now. And it was, you were almost in awe, I think, of this moment. Now with a little over a week to go, is it time to put the game face on? Can we check the mics, please, guys?
Hello.
Uday sorted it.
Hello. Okay, perfect. Yeah, 100%. Hey, what's up, guys? I mean, yeah, I'm excited, honestly. Like, yeah, once in a lifetime thing for me. It's insane. Fighting Floyd Mayweather, yeah, 100% game face.
And look, this is an exhibition fight. This is all about, fans getting to watch Floyd do his thing. You get an opportunity to step in there. It's an exhibition, not a professional bout. But let's be completely real about this. Deji, you got to be seizing this opportunity to test yourself against Money Mayweather. What are you looking for November 13th?
What am I looking for? I'm looking to land a punch, obviously. I mean, that'll be amazing, of course, against the best defensive fighter in the world. So, yeah, I'm looking to have fun as well. I'm looking to showcase my skill, just show what YouTubers can do.
So Floyd, Deji is going to look to land a punch. Do you think that with all your skills, that's a possibility?
First, I want to thank all the sponsors. I want to thank all the people. I'm glad everyone made it here safe. Let me see, we got Global Titans and Front Row. We got so many different sponsors for this event. So many people that's backing this event. A lot of times we talk about the fight, but how we really got here is all these different people that's on this stage that helped us get to this certain point. So I really want to take my hat off to everybody that helped with this event, not just the fighters. There's so many people that's behind the scenes that help us, that don't get the credit that they're due. So that's what I really want to say thank you to tonight. And for those that can't make it, without you fans, without the UK fans, the American fans from all around the world, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be Money Mayweather. I wouldn't have the money that I have without you guys supporting me, flying over to Vegas, flying over to Dubai, buying pay-per-view. So I really want to take my hat off to the fans and say thank you.
And Floyd, we talk about the magnitude of this event, and I know there are so many streaming partners. This is going to be huge. You know, we got Fight Time Metaverse. We got a whole number of other sponsors.
So I want to make sure that we, I touch on certain things so everyone knows how they can watch the fight if you don't fly over to Dubai. So I need you guys to go check out sports.gg. Is that correct? Okay. So we got Metaverse, fighttime.com. So you can check it out there. Watch it on demand at different cable operators. So I just want to make sure that I'm touching all the key points. But of course, I want everybody that's in the UK that can make it over, come have fun, come enjoy entertainment. You got Tommy Fury, he's making a lot of noise. You got so many great fighters that's on this card that's gonna go out there and display their talent. And like I said before, I'm proud of all these guys, and I'm really, really proud of everybody that's been working on this event behind the scenes.
Yeah, of course, sports. Yeah, absolutely, a big team behind the scenes here. There's some really nice NFTs and on the sports app, SportsGG, so certainly go and check that out. But Floyd, let's turn our attention to this fight. Let's turn our attention. We thanked everyone.
Yes.
But you got a fight, my friend.
Well, I don't really have to worry about, I'm just saying, talk about what I can do. The world knows what I can do. And I've done this as a professional, 26 years. I had my first actual fight in 1987. So it's just that I do what I do. As a professional, as a top professional at the pinnacle. I've been in the biggest fights you could possibly be in. I broke all records in the sport of boxing. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking true facts. Another great fighter that I was able to clash with, that I want to take my hat off to say he was a warrior. Of course, Ricky the Hitman Hatton. To become great, you must face great oppositions. And Ricky Hatton was a tough competitor. And just November 13th, I'm gonna go out there and just have fun. I've been here so many times. It's just another day.
You talk about to be great, you gotta face greatness. So Deji, with that in mind, you and Floyd are at very different ends of your boxing career, shall we say. You're stepping in there with the man who's regarded widely as the best to ever do it, the greatest. What do you want to get out of November 13th with a view on your career moving forward?
Well, like what Floyd said, you have to step in with greatness to become great. That's very true. I mean, me being there with Floyd, this is only going to enhance my skills in boxing. So, yeah, it's just going to further push me up the ladder in boxing, and yeah, I'm going to just keep dominating the YouTube boxing scene after this.
I mean, Floyd's taking this all in his stride. He's been here before. This is probably being considered as a walk in the park for you, Floyd. So, Deji, do you think there's any chance?
Well, I didn't say.
No, I'm putting words in your mouth.
One thing about me, we never overlook anyone. He want to go out and display his skills. Have I ever seen him fight? Absolutely not. But you can never overlook anyone. Throughout my career, I never will watch tapes on my opponents. I just go out there and do what I do. And I'm not overlooking them. I want them to come out, fight, entertain, have fun, laugh, and get the people what they want to see, excitement. But as far as myself, if Ricky Hatton, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya, and the list goes on and on. So, in a sport of boxing, I think one of the great things about my career is that the first thing my dad ever taught me, the less you get hit, the longer you last. So, just being able to keep all my faculties, with my career being over, retirement, making smart investments, connecting with the right people, and building generational wealth. That's what's important to me. And that's what I will continue to do. But November 13th, Floyd Mayweather, having fun, living life, and giving the people what they want to see, excitement.
When we were in Las Vegas, you talked about taking the temperature of an opponent.
Yes.
Seeing what kind of, warmth they're bringing your way and you reacting accordingly.
Well, what's so great about this fight is we're able to come together. And then actually, Ken from Front Row as well as Global Titans, he spoke to me, and I don't what is February? February, we look forward to coming here and putting on an exhibition for the fans in the UK. Because I never had a chance to come over here and actually fight when I was actively fighting. So hopefully in February we'll come over here and do an exhibition if it's possible.
Wow.
Andy, can I say something? Andy, let me say something. Let's be honest. I think what we really want to see is Pretty Boy Anthony Taylor versus Money Floyd Mayweather. Now that's the fight. Personality and personality. I'm the most qualified fighter to be fighting Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition. I fought on Showtime, some of the biggest fights y'all ever seen on pay-per-view. I deserve to fight Floyd. He already said he's never seen Deji. I'm the fucking Pretty Boy, baby. Former Pretty Boy, now Money Mayweather. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor versus Floyd Money Mayweather. Dubai, England, Vegas. Come on, baby. I'm here by myself. No daddy like Tommy, no bodyguards, by myself. I can take care of myself. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Y'all remember that name. Remember that name. That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna remember that name for sure.
We all got to be respectful, and we all got a background where we come from. He may be a good fighter. I don't know.
Hey, Peekaboo versus Half Philly Shell, Floyd.
Like I said, we can never overlook anyone. I just want to say you're confident. I'm glad that you're confident.
Thank you.
Continue to believe in your skills.
Thank you.
Continue to believe in your talent.
Thank you.
Believe in your team, and that's for every fighter up here. This young fighter right here, I had a chance. Jahan, this kid right here, I want you guys to look out for him. This could be the next Floyd Mayweather. We just never know. So it's so much talent on this stage. I'm proud of all these fighters. We here to uplift fighters, and I didn't get to this point in the sport of boxing to badmouth none of these fighters. I'm proud of you. Good luck with everything that you're doing. With everything that you're doing. I want to continue to help the sport grow. Because without boxing, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Without boxing, I wouldn't have been able to make certain investments and build generational wealth. So, like I said before, what's so important is us giving back to the sport of boxing, and I will always give back to the sport of boxing first. Boxing is a driving force to me. And November 13th, hopefully, I get a chance to watch you fight.
We can fight this week, next week.
No, not me.
You gotta beat me first. You gotta beat me first.
I'm gonna run through him like Tyson run through his opponent. Like diarrhea.
We'll see. No chance on earth. It's never happened to this day. So it ain't happening again.
I'm running through him.
So I need you guys to kind of fill me in. I need you to kind of fill me in on these two.
Shall I give you the part of history? Okay.
Give me the history, please.
So Anthony has been training with the likes of Jake Paul. He's a former MMA fighter now, fighting on some of the biggest influencer cards.
Sit down.
You're on the top deck, okay. Jack is a former amateur boxer turned reality star, now turned professional boxer, making his pro debut on your card, November 13th.
Okay. How many professional fights?
I got five pro fights in boxing and 13 pro fights in MMA.
I've had close to 30.
I'm the prettiest fighter there ever.
You're not that pretty, bruv. You're not that pretty, bruv.
Look how good looking at me. I got abs and everything, baby. I'm pretty. I'm good looking.
Listen, we're not here to knock him. The great thing about my career is I always tell people this. Looks don't pay bills. So I say my bank account is very pretty. But good luck to both competitors.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that, we got Deji right here, I want you guys to root Deji on, push him. I know he's gonna come out. I could just tell, just looking at him, he's an animal. So, I'll be ready the 13th.
So Deji, let's come to you. Let's focus on Deji for a moment. There's been a lot of back and forth with a lot of these other fighters. Look, we talk about the temperature. We talk about the heat that Floyd has felt out his other opponents and reacted accordingly. After that initial press conference, there was such an outpouring of positivity for you across the board. But there were a few comments saying perhaps Deji's being too nice. That he's being nice because he doesn't want to bring out the anger in Floyd and risk getting knocked out. Is there any truth to that?
Deji, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Listen, it's okay to be a gentleman on the outside and be a killer in the inside. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
We can carry ourselves like gentlemen out here. I don't have to say what I'm gonna do. Just like, one time I came here, I done a press conference with, it's different with different opponents. Me and Conor McGregor, we had a ball. Me and Pacquiao was kind of just like me and you, kind of relaxed, cool. So I always check the temperature. You seem like a pretty cool guy, and your brother, he's a pretty cool guy, and I want you guys to continue to build your following on your social media platforms. You guys are doing a hell of a job.
Thank you so much, Floyd.
Now, Deji, let's talk about how you see this fight going. I know that you'll have sat there at night dreaming of landing that punch and what could happen. I know that's gone through your mind. How do you see this fight playing out November 13th?
Realistically, I'm just coming to have fun because this is an amazing opportunity. To go toe-to-toe with the best fighter in the world, it's a dream come true. People would die to have a fight with Floyd, and look at me. I beat Fuzi and I'm now fighting Floyd. So, it's amazing.
But how you want to test yourself? You want to show the world your skills, and you want to see the reaction you get from one of the greatest ever. But are you scared of perhaps pushing it too much? And what would happen if Floyd does connect and you get laid out?
Let me answer that. Remember this. All the cards are stacked against you anyway. But listen, all the cards are stacked against you. But we gotta take your hat off just for asking for the fight, just for accepting this. You winning just by doing that alone. So I'm gonna let you be the tough guy. I'm gonna sit back and take it easy.
But Deji, is that enough for you? Yes, look, 100%. Anyone should be admired and respected for just stepping in the ring with anyone, let alone someone like Floyd Mayweather. But is that respect enough for you? Do you want more from this fight?
All right, first things first, let's be honest. Me fighting Floyd in itself is a W. Yes? There we go. So, I wanted to showcase my skills. I'm not afraid of what's to come. That's the wrong mindset to have in any fight. If you're scared of getting knocked out, you shouldn't be fighting. So, yeah.
And what can your fans expect? We've all followed your boxing journey with the highs, the lows, and then of course your last fight, a real almost coming out party for your skills. You're working with Daly now, you've been working with them for quite some time. What can we expect from you in terms of your performance come November 13th?
I'll let Daly talk.
First off, I just want to say to Floyd, I've watched you my whole life, man, so congratulations on a legendary career. I come from a boxing family. My brothers were professionals. I used to fight. My career got cut short, and I said to myself, if I'm going to be a professional boxing trainer, I want to do it to be one of the best in the game. So I've surrounded Deji with my pro fighters, so he understands what it takes. This is a serious sport. You can die in this sport, and people don't understand the things that go into it. So I want him to be competitive. I don't want him to go out there and just only have fun. I want him to display what we do in the gym. He's been showing it in the gym. And he's been, today actually he sparred, and I was blown away. He's really coming on as a fighter. And as I said, it's about just surrounding him around the right people, around my pro fighters, so he can show people that he's serious and not go out there to make himself look like a clown. So with my kids, I don't even let my kids win in bowling if we go and do any sports. I'm a competitive guy, man. So it's Floyd Mayweather. I've watched him my whole life. I respect this guy. But every beginner, every professional was once a beginner. So he's come from hardships. Floyd Mayweather, I know that. I've come from hardships. Deji's come from hardships. Let's go out there and put on a show, man.
Absolutely, November 13th in Dubai, live at the Coca-Cola Arena. And Deji, before I open up to the press, I've got one last question for you. You said that you'd love to land at least a blow on Floyd. Do you think you can do it, yes or no? Can you land a punch on Floyd Mayweather November 13th?
If I say no, then I shouldn't be fighting Floyd, should I? So, I believe it's possible, but we'll have to see. November 13th, 100%.
I'm taking that as a yes.
He will land a punch, and I know which one as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, November 13th, your main event, Deji Olatunji versus Floyd Money Mayweather. I cannot wait. Fight week kicks off this coming week. It all starts from here on in. And look, we're going to do face-to-face. Actually, we've got some questions for the press. Let me just welcome up Paul Bamba. There's Paul. Hi, Paul.
Sorry, I'm late.
Late flight. Look, I'm going to open up to the press real quickly before we do some face-to-faces. Any members of the press want to ask any questions real quick? We've got a couple of moments. Anyone down there? Oh, Gareth, yes.
Floyd, it's great to see you here in the UK. I had the privilege of covering almost all of your career. You talked about some of the great names you fought. When you were coming to the end of what I would say was your real boxing career, and these are now exhibitions, do you ever think about the fact that Deji's got 10 million followers, the other guys you fight or have exhibitions with have millions and millions of followers? You talk about your own generational wealth and your own personal achievements, but aren't you spreading the gospel of boxing as well to the next generation, helping to spread that gospel? So many lives get changed. We were talking about it earlier with Deji, that he has 10 million followers. If 5% follow and just go to the gym, they could change their lives.
Well, you know, I have so many fighters. I mean, just because it may not be under the Mayweather name, I work with so many fighters, and we give back to so many fighters. And actually, we travel around the world, just knowledge, you know, giving knowledge back on the sport of boxing. You know what's so crazy about a lot of these fighters' career? You know, they live for the moment, meaning that they want the crowd to scream and go crazy at that particular moment. They don't think about 20 years from now, 30 years from now. So defense was very, very important to me. And saving your money was very, very important to me. So those are two of the most key things: saving your money and defense. You know, who's ever watching, that's to all fighters. Defense and saving your money is very important.
Thank you, Gareth. Paul, I'm just going to give Paul Bamba just a moment to talk because he's just arrived here. Paul, welcome to the UK.
Thanks for having me.
We see your opponent Tommy Fury in front of you. What can we expect from you November 13th?
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a match. It's probably going to be the fight of the night. I would say it's going to be a really good match, probably the fight of the night. He got something to prove. I have something to prove. It's a life-changing opportunity for me. It's another day at the office for him. If he loses, if he goes home, it's another day. If I lose, I go back to nothing. So I'm coming to take everything.
That could be our fight of the night, our co-main event. And look, before we do our face-to-faces, let's talk to Uday. Look, a little over a week to go to this event. The momentum behind it has been incredible. It's a real festival feel, I think, out in Dubai next week. How has it all been moving towards the event?
A lot of hard work, a lot of excitement at the same time, sleepless nights, but we're here today. Another week to go. I think we're going to put up a great show for everybody in Dubai, November the 13th. So, well, lots of thank yous to do out here, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that need to be thanked. I think, you know, as I said, it's not easy. It takes a whole village to put up a event like this, and we're here to entertain everybody. So we'll see everybody on November the 13th. Like Floyd just said, if you can't make it to Dubai, go online. You have pay-per-view, streaming DAZN in the UK, and then we also have. We have.
You've got some amazing collabs like Fight Night, Metaverse, Sport.gg. We already spoke about payperview.com.
Yeah, so look, for every business, so I'd say great things can be achieved by great partnerships, and we're extremely honored and excited to bring on board in partnership, excuse me, with Sports.gg. They're going to change the future of sports and entertainment. You got to go check out Sports.gg, VR, and it's live now. And also, for the first time in history, a boxing event is being shown on the Metaverse with Fight Time Metaverse. It's Metaverse booked. So fighttime.com. Get on there if you want to watch the fight on Metaverse with your own avatar. And we're extremely excited about that as well. So there are great partnerships, and I think I'd also like to thank all other sponsors and partners who obviously, some have come here. I have a friend here, Slavi.io. Thank you for being here all the way from Dubai. Thank you for all your support. Rove Hotels, Bagatelle, IMT, and many, many more. Thank you so much. It takes all of you, it's a lot of work together to be here, and thank you.
Thank you. And Keen, let me just finish with yourself. You've been a part of so many big events from sport to music. How does this one compare?
Yeah, this is one of the biggest ones. This is one of the out there. It's close to one of the big events I ever did. So I'm excited. Nope.
Microphone tag over here. Anyway, I think it's time now to do our face-to-faces. So we're going to move these tables, guys. If all the fighters could just move to the edge of the stages where they get you to head off. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with our main event on November 13th. Deji Olatunji and Floyd Money Mayweather. Okay, guys, are face to face with our promoters, Uday and Keen. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event from the Coca.
The rest of the cards.
Okay. Next up, Anthony Taylor and Jack Fincham. Anthony Taylor versus Jack Fincham, November 13th. And next up, our co-main event, Paul Bamba versus Tommy Fury.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Gents, we'll have a little quick chat because it's the first time you've met. You exchanged some words there. Tommy, let you ask you, what was said just then between you?
I think he likes my cologne, and I've got nice eyes. So, listen, it's all compliments, but we're there to do a job. November 13th, we're there to do, a great show for everybody who's tuning in and who's there on the night. God bless, and I'll see you all there.
And Paul, your first time meeting Tommy, fresh off the plane. You like the way he looks, the way he smells, but are you going to like the way he boxes November 13th?
Is he gonna like the way I box? That's it. It's not a circus show. We're both boxing, we both being built up, and we're both going at it. That's it. You can be respectful amongst it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your co-main event, November 13th, Tommy Fury versus Paul Bamba. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all from us here at York Hall tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this show. If you can't be in Dubai with us 1 week from Sunday, please do join in however you can. The Zone pay-per-view is where it's at. From all of us here, from me, Andy Shepherd, thank you and good night.
Mais dia maravilhoso.